me feel strong. I said, you know what? I want to go to the gun range. I want to try it out. I never been before. I always say I want to do something. I keep pushing it off. Let me try it out. Let's go to the gun range. So she took me, right, for my birthday. Took about maybe 6 of my friends. We went out to the range. It was about 6, 7 of us. So what I started to realize was this thing was a lot bigger than me. This thing just wasn't for me. It was for a lot of people, because what people would come up to me and do, they would come up to me and tell me, hey, you know what, brother? I'm so glad you put this together. I'm so glad you brought people out to the gun range, because this is something that I always wanted to do. I never knew how to protect myself. You know what I'm saying? Especially living in New York City, we know that this is one of the cities of the whole nation where the law is extremely tight. You know what I'm saying? Here, LA, a bunch of other cities. Somebody said South Carolina. So they don't give us any education on defending ourselves, being prepared, or anything. So I give much praises to Brother King Simon. So when this started happening and I started coming up on so many humbling responses and people saying, man, I really always wanted to do this. After we went for the first time, I was so happy, because what happened, I feel like the ancestors lined it up for me, because what happened was I actually found a black instructor, a black man, y'all. He got his own gun school. You know what I'm saying? He practices out of New Jersey. So we looked it up. We said, hey, you know what? New York is so strict. The gun laws are so strict. Let's head out to New Jersey. I'm definitely going to give everybody the information. I got you, sis. He operates out of New Jersey. So we travel across the water, not too far, you know what I'm saying? So traveling out there, it actually allows us, it frees us up to be able to shoot different kind of weapons, versus if you were in New York State, or basically the city, they only allow you to shoot 22 cartridges, 22 caliber weapons. That's pretty much, no, I mean, you know, you could get your aim on with that, but you know, that's not really powerful or anything like that. That's for beginners. So when we went out there, the experience was so great, it actually turned out to be 2 young brothers. I'm talking about 22 and 25 years old that was instructing us. And the master instructor, he wasn't on the site that day, but the 2 young brothers were so knowledgeable. They told me, hey, we've been preparing since we was 15 years old. He said, we've been ready. You know what I'm saying? But it's just so unfortunate that the masses of us are not ready, because they're not educating us this. When you go to these other towns and these other states, I seen an article on the internet just the other day. They talking in public schools. They are teaching their young, these little devils running around here, they teaching them how to handle firearms from a young age, junior high school. You know what I'm saying? 3 years old. The sister said they training them at 3 years old. They got classes for that, okay. Yeah, they doing advanced stuff, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's definitely a blessing, you know, that I actually came upon this, because now I'm in a position to share the information with other people. I'm not the toughest guy, you know what I'm saying? But one quote that I like to say is, owning a gun doesn't make you tough, it makes you prepared. You know, so we got to make sure that we are definitely preparing ourselves. So what happened was I set up a next session, right? The next session I came, it was maybe about 12 of us. People showing up saying, hey, brother, I'm really appreciating what you're doing. You know, I got a sister, I got a younger brother. Oh yeah, by the way, the range that we go to, the age is 12 years and up. If you're 12 years and older, if you have siblings or children or anything, you could definitely bring them out. You know, the master instructor that we deal with, he actually trains some of the top New York Police Department people. He trains a lot of people everywhere. So it's legal stuff we doing. One thing that I came across was that a lot of people were showing fear. A lot of our people were showing fear. So I'm wondering, why is that? Why is everybody so afraid as soon as you mention a gun, or as soon as you mention being prepared? Obviously, it's because we've been programmed and we've been brainwashed not even to know not even how to defend ourselves, or to even show fear at the mention of trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing we definitely have to knock out of our psyche. But I was mentioning this to a bunch of people, and they were saying, hey, you can't do that. You know, you can't go out there, they gonna shut you down. That's the first thing they say. They gonna shut you down. I'm like, who is they? You know what I'm saying? Only person that can shut you down is you. If you don't do it, then it's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, we took more people out. Every month it kept growing and growing, and I'm very, very happy, to be in this position because now it's not only training out there just for self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Because what white people do, we got to get educated. What white people do is they don't put everything on Front Street. They don't say, hey, we going out there, we preparing to kill some black people. They don't say that. They hide it. They hide it in front of your face. So one of the things that we need to take advantage of? Hiding it. What they say, the art of war, Sun Tzu. Everybody read that book? Sun Tzu, the art of war, right? We got to start hiding these things in plain sight so that we can stay prepared and still progress. So one of the reasons that they are able and so skilled to be able to maneuver is because they hide it in terms and they say like, oh, this is for competitive shooting. But we don't realize that years ago, like for a lot of people that are veterans, a lot of people in the Army, people know about competitive shooting. People know about going to the range and joining competitions and such like that. You know what I'm saying? So if we were able to look at it from that perspective, we could gather ourselves and gather our youth or our elders and create teams, create gun teams that are able to go out there and shoot and compete nationwide. Actually, the master instructor that we deal with, he trains people. And if you want to be a part of his team, because he competes, he's like a marksman, a top marksman. I believe he actually might be the #2 on the East Coast. So this brother teaches people how to compete. Not only that, we can create jobs by doing this, because not a lot of people realize that there's a trade for almost everything. You know what I'm saying? People are able to become instructors. This brother actually teaches people how to become, if you want to become an instructor, he has a program for that. You know what I'm saying? So you can not only empower your people, but you can get paid at the same time. These are things that we need to definitely start looking into instead of just sitting around and saying, oh, they're going to shut us down when we do that, because everybody else is prepared. Everybody else is ready. So if anybody is interested in contacting, reaching out to me, we go once a month. Like I said, it's right across the water, right in New Jersey. We just take a group out there. Some of us drive. If not, we could take the PATH train. It takes you right across the water, right in New Jersey. We usually head out. It's about a 2-hour basic session. The basic session is he teaches you gun handling, safety positions, the 45-degree angle, how to hold your weapon and be safe and not hurt anybody else. Basic pistol training like that. You have a question, Elder? Nice. Oh, wow, okay. The elder says she knows all about the range. She used to train hard, so, that's what we need. We need the elders to come and continue to pass the information on to the youth. Because like I said, 12 years and up, we definitely need to be training our babies to be out there and be ready for the war front. Because like we said earlier, the time is now, the time is here. So the whole experience for me was just really humbling. I named the BB Toomey because I don't know if anyone in here knows tree, but a BB means black, Toomey means power. So the gun club is called a BB Toomey. It means black power. We right there, but we in plain sight, but we hiding it, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. Because, I'm sorry, what? A BB Toomey is ABIBITUMI, a BB Toomey. So what I'm trying to do really is I'm trying to strive, there's another there's multiple black gun clubs. In Atlanta, they have a gun club called the Safo Gun Club. These are one of the baddest brothers and sisters oh man, if any of y'all know, y'all could go on the internet and look them up, a Safo Gun Club. Man, these brothers are out there they doing drills. They not just at the range, they on the outdoor, they on the fields, they know how to pull it real fast and, they're very prepared. So we are trying to reach that. I feel like every black person, every nation and every community should definitely have a party for self-defense, because if we had that and we had that education, we wouldn't be out here, having to have other people police us. We'd be able to police ourselves, So that's definitely needed. If anybody is interested in you have a question, brother?
Based on what you said and everything, it reminds me of the Black Panther part brothers and sisters were very powerful, and I say that in the sense of, you know, like you said, if you want to hide anything from a black man, put it in a book. These were college brothers and sisters. They weren't high school.
Right.
And they knew their rights. So they knew when to bear arms and when not to bear arms. And the government in California, they had to change the laws in order to infiltrate them and, you know, to get them to not carry the guns and everything.
Right.
But, you know, I see that movement coming back and everything, and it has to come back because these were brothers and sisters that was on the front line.
Right.
So they was willing to die for this and everything. So I'm just saying, you know, based on what the brother's saying, I'm saying in my own words. If you're going to get on the front line, get on the front line. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Right.
Forever hold your peace.
To touch on what the brother
Just said, that was definitely well needed, well said. I feel like there's many fronts, there's many levels to it, you know what I'm saying? We definitely need people on the front line. We definitely need people underground. We definitely need people doing things legally. We definitely need people doing things illegally. Because you know what? Every day these devils is out here doing everything illegal. They make their laws and they break their laws. Their laws are worth nothing. So I definitely agree with what the brother is saying. However, I know we have to hold these devils accountable because so they're not holding themselves accountable, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to laws, there's so many loopholes in the laws. So we definitely need to touch on what he's doing and educate ourselves so we can work some of them loopholes out for ourselves.
What's the number?
Oh, I can give my number out if anybody wants to take the information. Get your papers. Absolutely. Actually, I'm going to give my email out. If anyone is interested in talking to me, you could come to me afterwards. I'm going to give my email address out. My email is reachasj. So it's REACHASJ @yahoo.com. reachasj@yahoo.com. Yes, sister?
That's a great question. So
The basic pistol course, which is the first course, is a prerequisite to taking anything else. That one is $75. What it includes is a 1-hour instructional course where you, like I said earlier, you learn basic handling and gun safety rules. After that, it's followed up with a 1-hour range session. And usually the brother is very good because it's his school. Like I said, all the weapons is his. They actually make their own ammunition in his school. So that's another thing Brother King Simon was talking about. We need to learn how to plant. We need to learn how to have our gunpowder and make ammunition as well. Because right now, if you go on the internet, you see ammunition, cartridges is going up. The prices is going up. People are raising the prices and it's hard to access because they don't want us to have it. You know, so we got to start learning how to do everything. So like I was saying, it's $75 for the intro. And after that, the brother, because I've been bringing so many other brothers and sisters back, he never seen a movement like this where it's just black people, you know? And unfortunately, the range itself, we use different ranges, but sometimes you gotta move incognito. But we use different ranges. We don't have a black-owned gun range yet, but that's something that we definitely striving for. But at least the school is black-owned, black instructor, you know? Yes, any other questions?
right.
We also have many of the veterans, a lot of the things that we were able to establish is because people came back from the war and it's like, why should I give up my gun? The deacons of defense, you know, I was just running off the Stone Rangers and
Right. A lot of other
the
warrior
Black
groups involved.
Spades out of New York, you know, every city, every town had their defenses.
Right.
It's just we don't know. Many of us are not aware of them. Every state, every city had people that fought that. We've always fought that. In every state in the United States and everywhere in the world.
Right. The sister was saying that it's a lot of
Defense throughout the history, it's a lot of parties of defense that, you know, definitely put some things together for our people. I feel like it's just a new generation, you know? It's just another cycle. We just got to continue. And unfortunately, the ball gets dropped when it comes to education. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to keep the information going, keep the information, teach the babies, teach the youth. Because right now what's going on is we got a whole bunch of stuff going on or things that happen, but what's present, what's current, what's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Some of the elders that you deal with, you can't even like speak to them because they just so stuck in that age. We got to bridge the gap. You know what I'm saying? We got to educate the youth. So definitely I agree with what the sister was saying. Any other questions? Go ahead, bro.
Oh, it's New Jersey Firearms Academy. New Jersey Firearms Academy. It's a black.
Black instructor. He operates, he used to operate out of a range in Bayonne, but now he travels and he, like I said, he competes nationally. So it might be a little bit hard for you to reach out to him, but if you have any questions, you could definitely reach out to me and I have a personal relationship with him. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, because the brother knows that I bring people back and forth, so he gives us discounts. That's what I was gonna say. The introduction is $75. After the first time, he's been giving us what they call clinic sessions, which are only $50. And the clinic session, basically, he gives us all of the unlimited 22 rounds that we want to shoot. If you want to shoot anything higher caliber, it's about $20, $25 a box. So that's pretty much, that's how it goes. He's a cool brother. You show up early, you can shoot all day. Yeah, the gun club
It's called a BB to me. So, oh, absolutely, sister. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and with the children, are they $75 too for the first time?
Everyone is $75 for the first time. Yeah, it's you're paying for the course.
Is it only once a month?
Currently, it's once a month. We definitely are expanding because there's so many people that have been
reaching out to me, and like I said, it's such a humbling experience, you know, and we're trying to have it at least twice a month now, but it's definitely, we have set dates every month, so.
Right now, there's no membership fee, but we do
Screening, so because I definitely believe that, you know, you can't just, all black people are not on the same level, you know what I'm saying? We all need healing. Unfortunately, we all need healing, and everybody has their own time. So we do screening. Obviously, one of my top screening rules is you got to be straight, black, and proud. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm straight, I'm black, and I'm proud. Then after that, you know, religion, all of that, we could work that out. As long as we know we're about black power and saving our race, that's what it's about. So I got to wrap up. I'm going to take one last question. The elder here has one question.
I just want to make a statement. It's not just a state. For each county, they have their place to reach and communicate if there's a problem.
Right.
And everyone is armed and going there to stand guard. Okay, so we have to know the county also.
Right.
Okay, whatever you're doing for the county.
Absolutely, I agree. That's my time, black family.
Oh, my name is Ase SJ. Please come talk to me.
A round of applause for this wonderful information. King Simon and his team are giving us preparedness, and it's all about resistance, resistance, resistance. At this time, we're going to have a brief intermission, and this is when we take up our donations. No, there's no charge, but we expect for you to come prepared to support United African Movement, our leader, Alton Maddox, and his queen, Leola Maddox. We want you to dig deep. We know you spend a lot of money on beer, potato chips, you know, a little bit of liquor, you know, and we want you to support this mission today, United African Movement Weekly Forum. You can't go to any university, and my name is Dr. Linda, and I believe in education, undergrad, grad, doctorate, but the most knowledge that I have received from United African Movement, and it didn't cost me anything, okay? The degree that you get here is priceless. Dig deep, sisters and brothers, we're family. Dig deep. There's only one University of Alton Maddox. It's right here at 1061 Atlantic Avenue. And it's here every week on Wednesday. Dig deep so we don't have to go for a second pull. Our brother Clarence is coming around with a basket. Support. You may not go to a church. Support Alton Maddox and United African Movement. We're asking you to pull out those dead presidents, worthless, no good, slave driving. Throw them in the basket. We need your support today. Attorney Alton Maddox has serious financial difficulties with his residents. There's a lot of things. Don't let this be a burden on him. Let's support him. You know, we support everything else and everybody else. Worthless people, people that are no good, we support them. This is a great man, a great black leader that we have, one of the greatest leaders in this country, Alton H. Maddox. And this is your opportunity. You say you love him tonight. Love him tonight and support him tonight. His wife is not even with us tonight. Usually she's here with us. She has carpal tunnel tonight and she's in pain. But usually she's right here in pain, right here with us. So don't talk about it like the young folks say, be about it. Dig deep and give a good contribution, not a tip, give a good contribution to our black leadership. You know, we didn't support Malcolm like we should have. We didn't support Dr. King. Everybody claims to love them so much now, but I remember Dr. King when he against the war, all the black preachers were against him. Man, don't say that. You know, they didn't, and for his birthday, for the holiday, it was many years before the states got together. So we do not support our black leadership, but let us support Alton Maddox tonight. Let us support United African Movement. Dig deep and give a good gesture of your love and your commitment to the only place that you can go that speaks power, truth, that speaks truth to power. He is not afraid. The one person they don't want in the courtroom is Attorney Chairman Alton H. Maddox, attorney at war. When he goes in the courtroom, the attorneys come behind him and take notes because there's nobody like him. Nobody like him. He never puts a client on the stand because he don't even want to know the truth about it. He gets 13 men in a box and he starts trying it. You know, nobody has the strategy. He has a war strategy, and he's a genius. And I'm proud of the visionary, and I'm proud to be a moderator here. And he is a role model. And has everyone given? Give yourself a round of applause. We thank you for your support. We thank you for your sacrifice. And we're going to keep the offering open, not the offering, we're going to keep the donation open at any time. You can feel free to support United African Movement and Attorney Alton Maddox. We are so grateful for King Simon and his team. They're doing a marvelous job. Let's give them a round of applause and let King Simon come forward and let him go in his own way. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. Give Dr. Linda a round of applause. Give her a round of applause, please. Honor, sister. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to start working. Yeah, you don't have to move nothing. Oh, you can't? You see? Okay. I'm just going to move this a little. You can move that. We're just going to go through a few things and the importance of the disaster because you see this company here, Life Gear. Now, this is a serious company. We can all, and you can actually buy your gear at Life Gear because we, as the International Preparedness Network, we advise this company to what to prepare for disasters and showing them we actually are the advisors of them. So in a package like this is one of the life gears for, of course, holding water, different water containers. Also in the side of this, we have also emergency water packs, emergency drinking water. You can actually order this, and like I said, if you join my mailing list, if everybody in here join who's serious, I will definitely send you a PDF of what you need to have, things that you do need to have. Compared, you don't have to be a MacGyver. We used to watch that. You don't have to be a MacGyver, but we do implore that all of you carry the simple things that's necessary for you and your family, and even if you have children and all that. See, this is called the life gear. So you can actually order things in life gear. In life gear also they have meals ready to eat. Meals ready to eat. That's right, MREs is also here in this life pack. In this life pack also, in the other one that has the, of course, the knapsack. Different lights that are necessary. Flashlights that are necessary. First aid kit is also in there. See, this is the one that's attached to my, what we call the bug out bag, a grab and go bag. But I carry a thing called the E-kit with me all the time, which is my regular bag, which has enough tools just in my regular knapsack to sustain me for at least a week in case of a disaster and I'm caught nowhere near my home. I cache a lot of my stuff in different areas, so different family, different people might have it. Sometimes some of us bury our stuff because like the brother was saying, there's times when you have to shut the hell up and keep quiet, cache your stuff, and go stealth. You have to be stealth. You have to be incognito sometimes. Oh yeah, Khalid coined that, cognigro. And sometimes you gotta go incognito. Remember what it said in the spook who sat by the door? A Negro with a smile and a mop can go anywhere. you gotta know how to smile and mop. But yet you know what to pick up and what to infiltrate, what to do, and get through. But let me tell you, all that sounds good, but at the end of the day, all that will work no good if we no good to any of us because they've studied those methods. They've studied. So now you have to take it to a higher level. Now we have to deal with technology. Now we have to be technical minded. Now we have to be scientific because this thing is going to Star Wars. Why I say that is because now they have weapons which are called, and I have them written down right here, directive energy weapons. Now, they told you about this in movies like Eraser. Sonic weapons. Weapons that they are also learning to use during riots or during marches. When you see helicopters flying over and doing certain maneuvers over, I think they just monitoring the crowd. Oh, hell no, they're also taking phone information from iPhones. That's why when you go to a march, you don't carry your phone. So if there's a person in there, let's say 200 of them have outstanding warrants, they just picked up that person by flying over. This is over some deep scientific stuff because they're gone beyond the regular surveillance stuff that we've watched in movies. So anything they put in a movie 20 years ago, they already mastered that. We forget. In Total Recall, the man is going through the airport and had body scans. But yet body scans are here already. But that was talked about 20 years ago, 22 years ago when I watched Arnold Schwarzenegger, do Total Recall. And you know he himself, who used to be the governor of California, who is like the poster boy for certain new games now. You see him on there now with all kind of military games because he knows something. He's always known. And I need y'all to watch the movie called The Boys of Brazil because that's all about him. And these people that came from overseas that have been military trained and they're becoming political people here in America. You got to study these things. 2 books I do want you to pick up. Preparedness Now, Aton Edwards. He has it's called Preparedness Now by Aton Edwards. Very informative, gives you all the websites you'll ever need to buy all this equipment. Yes, it costs money, but there's also a low end and there's a high end method of preparing. So you don't have to get what I get. You just have to have the right mindset and have the good stuff that you can deal with if that's all the money you have to deal with. I'm not selling anything up here. I'm telling you to do it for yourself. Preparedness, preparedness now. That's a good book. This is a good informative book that I just picked up called Urban Self-Defense Manual by another brother, Balogun Ojatade. I think this is a brother from out of Atlanta, I believe. I think he's from out of Atlanta or North Carolina. But it's a good informative book. Now, it doesn't have all the websites. This book is called Urban Self-Defense Manual. Urban Self-Defense Manual. His last name is Ojetade. Ojatade, right? Yeah, Ojatade. Yeah, I think he just took a Nigerian name. Brother, don't. I'm serious. So it's important that we recognize. So what I'm going to do is just run down the simple steps of urban survival. First and foremost, projection. Anticipate and plan for unexpected emergency before they appear. Stop being reactive and start being proactive. That was really the gist of what I've been trying to say and what we've been teaching for. I've been teaching for nearly 20 years, and Aton been teaching for like 35 years. Information. Increase your knowledge of emergency services available in your borough or district. Have all emergency numbers on hand, poison control, water department, etc. In order for you to do this with any stability, you have to understand the importance of emergency and all the different, get all the knowledge of it so you'll be able to do what you have to do and do what you have to do for your family and friends. Those that you consider family and friends, because during times of emergency, everybody's not your family and everybody's not your friend. Some are coming to kill you for what you got. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, some people know me and probably see me on the DVD, but they don't know what I got. And they don't know what I can do and why and what to what extent I would do for myself and my family. Now, I'm not taking in Uncle Bubba, he's still got a crack problem. Leave Uncle Bubba out. Uncle Bubba is going to be like the cartoon, the ant cartoon. You remember that ant cartoon and the grasshopper? Uncle Bubba, you've been doing this preparedness all this time, and Uncle Bubba knew you've been doing it. But all of a sudden, Uncle Bubba come knocking on the door. Yo, you know, things are going down. Yo, I can't get in. Uncle Bubba get killed. Because Uncle Bubba didn't prepare, and Uncle Bubba is coming with some nonsense that he didn't get over yet. We ain't got no time for the nonsense. Sometimes your family might have to get taken out if he's still a crackhead or something, because he's no use to us right now, especially if he's a crackhead. So if we can clean him up like the messenger used to do, but if he ain't got no time during times of disaster, people might want to actually snap out of it. But when they get comfortable, what happened? They start doing it again. Start snorting glue and all that kind of. We ain't got no time for that. So that's why we have to stay physically fit, like Brother Barry was telling, and focus. Then we have to prepare with the weapons and all that, because you bring in a crackhead or somebody that's under drugs into a weapons place where you might have certain things. You don't know what he might want to do and still want to go out there and get more crack. That's why when you have property or you decide to buy property outside of the United States or outside of your state, you can't tell everybody where you're at. Don't do it, because you need like-minded people with you. And that's who I want to sign my thing, like-minded people. I don't have no time for these people that have confusion and arguments on YouTube. I ain't got no time for it. And some of them people that are doing arguments are good friends of mine or brothers that I've worked with. I love them. I understand debate. You can debate all you want to, but at the end of the day, what we're going to do to work with each other to make things happen for our community. I'm not going to debate you over Hebrew. I'm not going to debate you over Islam. I've already gone through problems with Islam, Hebrew, and Christianity and all that stuff, because when disasters strike and you're hanging off a cliff, you don't care if that person reaching for your hand to pick your ass up is a Hebrew, Christian, Muslim, Jew. You don't care. You just want to get off that cliff. You hanging off of it. So this, to me, disaster or emergency awareness levels the playing ground, levels the playing field. See, Bob Marley used to say, total destruction, only solution to unify us. That might be it. Because when destruction did hit New York, everybody was kumbayaing together. There were 3,000 people, black, white, everybody died. That's what they were saying. So this is real talk when it comes to this. And I think disaster is what's going to unify us. It's going to unify us. So again, the 3, now reduce your chances of encountering dangerous situations by carefully evaluating potential hazardous circumstances. You have to understand your perimeter. You have to understand your terrain. You have to understand what you have. You have to understand what can come. And in order for you to reduce your chances of encountering danger, you have to understand all the dynamics of different disasters that might come from civil unrest to natural disasters. There's life, there's death, but in between, if you survive between life and death, there's suffering if you did not prepare. So the tools that I carry is very important to me. On the train, wherever I'm at, riding my bike. My sister Shawnee Lee is here. We ride our bike all over the place. Pick up the Shawnee. She, of course, her mother owned a place right down there on Duffield, right? Where they still, 227, where they're fighting for that. And that's like right where Harriet Tubman the whole Underground Railroad was through that whole area. And they're trying to take this sister's place and don't want to negotiate right. So I respect what sister is doing and keeping that struggle. Give her a round of applause. Sister Shawnee, spin up. Yeah, stand up and let them see you, girl. You've danced here before. She's an excellent dance instructor of African dance. Beautiful sister, Pisces spirit. Also, the psychology, where your mind is at. Because you can't do this without the right mindset. Because if your mind is weak, when threatened by an emergency, always remember to keep a cool head, never panic. That's what it's all about. When the darkening of the train happens, I watch people just start going, this is the scenario inside a train station. You sitting down on the train, as soon as the lights go out or something happens or the train stops for just 5 minutes, you hear, when they gonna move? And you hear all this stuff going on. I'll be sitting there still reading my book. Like, these people can't even handle 5 minutes. How would they handle a major disaster? They can't even handle 5 minutes. The 3 train, it shuts down with electricity problems all the time. Something wrong with that 3 train. Every 4 stops. Yeah, for real. But this is an electrical, see, the common sense thing is it's an electrical system. You don't have a flashlight. You don't have drinkable water just in case they hold you there for a while. You don't have a smoke hood to say, yo, if they smoke this whole area, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So more steps, self-defense. Of course, defense is important. Run it all down. Basic defense, the basic nature of any preparedness or survival program is survival first. Never stay and confront danger, escape it. In the event that you cannot, then you have to face it, fight. There's a fight or flight. In martial arts, we're taught that. There's either a fight or there's a flight. So you have to understand defense. You have to also know how to use diversionary tactics in defense. Throwing a stone, let them see the stone go, let the stone go over there. They think there's something going on over there. You got to know how to get away. Screaming tactics, commando tactics. Ah! That sends a whole lot of women. Y'all got to learn to scream, but and then be explosive when you attack. You can scream, but be explosive in the attack and do what you got to do to get out of there. If that's what you have to do is confront, then confront it. But deal with it fast. You shouldn't have to go a fight. If a fight goes over 3 to 5 seconds, y'all dancing. Y'all might as well hold each other and walk like this. Y'all might as well. Because you're going, Dr. Powell used to say that. It shouldn't even go over 3 to 5 seconds. Especially if you're going through a dangerous situation. Methods. Survival sometimes rests on the careful analysis of whatever particular crisis that you may find yourself in, you must develop a balance between the positive and negative aspects of your situation, formulate a plan of action, and make your move and hope or pray for the best. Use your instinct. All of us have instinct. How many of you have negated your gut feelings and you knew you wasn't, even with women, you know you wasn't supposed to deal with that guy? Your dad wanted to be the no good bastard. The guy knew he wasn't supposed to deal with that woman. Oh, she was a gold digger. Or you knew you wasn't supposed to go down that block. You got robbed. You knew you wasn't supposed to go over there. Cops stopped you. You know you wasn't supposed to make that turn. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Cops got you. You felt it already. Use your instinct. That's one of the real God-given methods that you've been given. First thought, first positive and productive thought, not the first crackhead thought. First positive and productive thought. It's real. Awareness. Remain alert and well-informed at all times. Do not allow your guards to drop unless you are in a secure environment, which is sometimes your home. Sometimes places like this. If they have security, people are watching the door. They ain't letting no white folks in here. I don't care how many flyers I gave out. If a white person found it on their car, they see United African Movement, they ain't coming here. One white guy was riding by me, and I'm riding my bike, hitting up cars. He said, how do you distinguish what car to put it on? I said, I don't. I just throw it out there. And like any other promoter, the more you put out, the more you get back. That's it. That's the science of promotion. The universe will take care of it. So as soon as they see an African, they don't want to go to no African unless it's one of those real white boys that's trying to play Shaka Zulu that I've seen on there's somebody trying to play Shaka Zulu on Facebook. Tad said that thing. So I said, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Next, these last steps.